Sagittarius. It's always hard to figure out what deck to use. I only have 6 decks. Can you believe that? And like, it's still like, I used to have 30 decks. Just right now, I'm like, oh my god, 6 is like too much. It's too much. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So this reading is yeah, actually, these are the wrong cards. I'm going to use these cards. Because something is coming in, okay? So your theme is new year, new, okay? You fill in the blank. Let's see here. Why? Oh, I knew I wanted these cards because they have things like this in them. Cosmic egg, black egg, golden egg, unicorn, different things that suggest new beginnings, right? Not that my other cards don't, but I like these. I like these ones. Kim Kranz does an awesome deck. Okay, new year, new... Got our theme. So we've got the elk, okay, which is the emperor. We have the cosmic egg, which is the world, wrapping up. And then we have the fire ant, which is the 5 of wands. So the fire ants, the way I've always kind of see the fire ants is it's a fight. Okay, it's like a fight to the big blob in the middle. Okay, which, I mean, I've always thought it's kind of pretty. But it's supposed to represent a fire. Like, I mean, if you've ever been bit by a fire ant, oh my god, that fucking hurts like a mother. Like, you don't think it's gonna hurt that bad, and then all of a sudden the sting catches up, and you're like, whoa, okay, this was a little bit, like, I just recently got stung by a bee. I've never been stung by a bee. I was 36 years old. Or 35? It was last year, I don't know. And that was the first time I've been stung by a bee. Like, I actually thought about it in the end. I was like, I could have went into shock. Like, I'd never been stung before. I had no idea what it felt like. Holy fuck. Anyway, so we've got elk, cosmic egg, fire ant. It seems like the elk represents, I mean, where elk live are very extreme conditions. They live on mountains. Okay, and it's almost like they don't cross the red deer line where I am. Okay, like they don't cross mid I'd say mid Canadian territories, like, you know, the line of territories there. Well, and provinces of like BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, like they don't cross halfway through those provinces. Like, they stay above the line, not even the territory line. Like, they go in, they cross. I don't know if they're actually in the prairies. I wouldn't think they were in the prairies. I definitely think they're in Manitoba. They're definitely in BC. They're definitely in Alberta and in Alaska, Northern Territory, stuff like that. And they live in the worst conditions ever. And they've made those mountains their home. Like, they've made those harsh conditions their home. Right? And I feel like that's the cosmic egg on something. Like, the world is wrapping up something, and you could have been having a really hard time fighting for land or fighting for a place to be, even though it's in a place where nobody else wants to go. Okay, nobody else wants to live there. It takes a very certain person to play this out, right? It takes a soldier to you know, who's lived through a war, to make it through the afterwards and know that they can't fight over something anymore, right? It's like, once you've had the battle, okay, and it could have been something to do with your house, it could have been something to do with an emperor, and it's wrapped up in that fight, okay, which is why the fire ants actually did come in reverse. which helps me believe that like at least something is going in reverse now, right? And if you're on a really shitty course, then it's wrapping up. Yeah. What do we got here? Ooh, Two of Wands with the Daughter of Cups for the Elk. So that's direction. That's like, that's being, oh my gosh, and look at that, the World on the bottom. Like something is definitely done, okay? Something is definitely done. You might have been put in a very, very bad situation, okay? And it has something to do with this Emperor. It has something to do with home life and having to fight over something, okay? And it's like this Daughter of Cups is the page. It's the beginning. It's the idea of love. It's the idea of emotion, okay? And it's very vulnerable. Okay, the Daughter of Cups, the Page of Cups is very vulnerable. It's introducing love. It's just realizing what love is. Okay, basically. That's what a duckling, the duckling only wants to be with its ducklings and its mother. And if it's away and on its own like this, okay, it's going to go shooting back to its mom. Okay, and it seems like there's whatever direction you were set to go, okay, you might have been cut off by a war, by people fighting. Like you could be in a situation where everybody keeps fighting over the same thing. And you're like, I can't get it. If 200 people are fighting over it, they're not going to pick me, okay? So it's something that's stopped you from growing, something that has stopped you from expanding. Okay, and I can't help but see the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. Okay, then the Sun, which is what the Ace of Pentacles needs to grow. Okay. And actually, this is kind of connecting to a reading that I did yesterday about these dormant bugs coming out. Oh, something about a cocoon, I think. These dormant bugs coming out of the middle of a tree. It's this episode of X-Files. And now I see that Ace of Pentacles, and now I see that the spiders were in these old trees, and these arborists cut them down and unleashed a whole bunch of spiders. But these are ants, obviously. And these spiders were hungry and they fed. And that's the thing, is like people might, the whole feeding off you might be done, okay? And now you've got this prosperity moment here where something's going to be able to grow because the sun is out. And because the world has stepped in to end something for you, to end a cycle, so then you go into a cycle. Right? Okay, I'm just going to take these. This is beautiful. Okay. This is beautiful. Bottom of the deck. Something that's kind of hiding underneath, okay? We don't really see. Something's got you wrapped up. Okay, words have got you wrapped up and emotional. I would say this is kind of emotional wounds, okay, to the heart, and people that you could have been working with, okay, that chose to go the different direction and maybe not give you the memo. And you could have been still working on something and your teammates were gone. And you're like, okay, I thought we were doing this together, but I guess we're not anymore. Okay? And then Tower. Tower takes down something in your realization maybe that somebody could have been overpowering you and choosing your direction for you and not allowing your true potential to shine, which could be you. Okay? And then we got this Father of Pentacles, which I can't help but think that that's that elk coming through. Even though it's a deer, it doesn't really matter. It's more or less like somebody might come back to be like, but you're supposed to listen to me. And you're like, no, I can't. Unfortunately, I've made decisions in my life now that don't involve listening to you. Okay? And then we have the Ace of Swords. It's two aces here, two like brand new beginnings, okay? With the Wheel of Fortune. Like the wheel is coming in with the world. The wheel in the world, the double W's. Okay, with the Son of Pentacles, which would be the Knight of Pentacles, and then the Magician. Okay, so suddenly everything at your disposal again. Okay, suddenly the world becomes infinite again. It becomes possible again because it's almost like putting this father in its place, putting this masculine energy in its place, and realizing when a cycle is over and when something new has to begin, and allowing the wheel to do its job, which is the natural flow of life, to change. Okay, and whatever this was that you're fighting for, it now moves because it's the Son of Pentacles. So it goes from the Ace of Pentacles to the Son of Pentacles. So it's going to take time to move this, and it's going to take time to grow this, but it's the opportunity that there is chance for growth. That's really what it is, an expansion, right? And the cosmic egg just letting you know that, well, the double world giving you confirmation that something is over. Okay, it is over, and it's willing to, actually, I can't help but look at the fact that that magician is looking at that tower coming down to be like, you might watch somebody's world fall apart. You might watch somebody get in a really bad situation and then realize that that was maybe the person that was fighting against you. Maybe that was the person that was on the team that you thought that everything was working and we were all doing this together, and you had to take a harsh conclusion that no, these were not your teammates. I can't now help but see that this is a double three. Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords, right? So it's like that teammate, that third person, that third party really wrapping their strings up in you and really making you work hard for something when that wasn't necessary. It's not about fighting over something, but they made you seem like it was. Like, you have to fight for this, you have to fight for that. Like, no, like, I mean, I can fight for what I believe in, but I can't fight for outside things or materialistic things that I know are not mine until I've earned them or until I've grown them myself, right? Somebody making it seem like you can jump to the finish line and not do any of the steps before that, and then wondering why it's not working out. Well, because things take time, and anybody who tells you that you need to rush something is fucking crazy. Because the things that I've noticed now in the last few years, the things that get rushed, where all of a sudden somebody's in the spotlight, or somebody's got, 30,000 fans, or their world is just blown up, it's most likely a scam. Okay, there's most likely somebody in there that just completely manipulated everything to make it look like somebody was something when really they weren't or aren't, because they haven't worked hard for it yet, right? Use your mind. Be smarter than what you read, right? Be smarter than what you hear. Be smarter than this asshole telling you have to do everything his way or the highway. Give him 2 deuces. Okay. Hand me that shovel, homie. It's my turn to bury a bitch. Bury this person and move on.